Hello, bridge players. Welcome once again to the discussion of the hands. Hello, Mark. How are you?
Good morning from cold and chilly England.
Good morning from hot and summery Chile.
Yes.
As usual, we're going to discuss three hands from last month.
We still had over 7,800. It's an increase of 3,000 on January.
Have a look at the first problem from last month, where they had opened one club, partner doubled, and now they beat one heart, which is spades.
This was a very, very low scoring hand for the competitors. It was the lowest scoring hand we'd ever had, with an average score of only 2.5. Because I think a lot of people misread the problems and didn't understand that one heart showed spades rather than hearts. Because a lot of people were passing or bidding one no trump. Hopefully everybody will understand that when there's a yellow box around a bid in the bidding panel, in the bidding diagram, you can click on that and it will use the description. It's a conventional bid. But it seems a lot of people didn't understand that a heart was showed spades rather than hearts. The question was, do we bid two hearts or three hearts? And the second question was, should we try and make partner declarer by starting with a double or two clubs or something like that to try and get part? Because you can see how if we bid three hearts, the partner raises to four and we get a spade lead through his spade hole.
Yeah.
That's not an ideal start. Whereas if we play the hand from his side, it might be much better.
All right, let's see hand number 5. In this case, they had opened two diamonds, which is a weak opening bid, partner doubled, and they bid 3 diamonds. And we had a 12 count with 6 spades, couple of aces, so nice hand overall. What happened here?
As usual, the majority of the competition entrants underbid. 50% bid 4 spades, 28% bid only 3 spades.
Wow.
Whereas all but one panelist made a slam try.
Okay.
And the question was then, how do you make a slam try with a single suited hand? There are two questions. One, there was dispute on the panel about whether how you differentiate how you show. There are two hand types you want to show. One is a slam try in spades, another is a hand with 4 spades and 5 clubs. It's something that regular partnerships have to discuss. Which sequence shows a slam try in spades and which shows a choice of black suit games, double and then 4 spades, or 4 diamonds and then 4 spades. That was one possibility. The other group of panelists wanted to jump to 5 spades. So the question then becomes, does a jump to 5 spades just ask for a diamond control? So do you have to bid 4 diamonds and then jump to 5 spades to show that hand with a diamond control? So there were a number of questions. The majority preference from the panelists was to start with 4 diamonds, but both 5 spades and double also scored fairly well.
We've got this hand where partner double 2 diamonds again. They beat 4 diamonds, we beat 4 hearts, and partner beat 4 spades, which is quite a good hand with spades. We have 5 card support, and also, well, our suit is not bad, king, queen, 5th, and we have a singleton in diamonds, which is the king, and a doubleton club. So maybe we should move towards slam, right?
Yeah, I mean, basically, one out of 22 panelists, only one passed 4 spades, but 55% of the competition entrants passed. They don't seem to understand that this bid 4 spades here, partner could have bid 2 spades, 3 spades, or 4 spades over 2 diamonds, but he has a hand that's too strong for any of those, so he started with a double. And now when he bids four spades, he's got a very good hand. So passing is very pessimistic. The panel were pretty well divided whether they moved with a 5-diamond cubit or with blackwood. And if you did either, you got 10 or 9.
Well, let's have a look at this month's problems.
Yeah, I'm sure this month's problems are easier than last month. Last month was a very tough set, I think.
Oh, you
The
see?
average score, the average score was 39, and if you voted with the majority of the competition entrants on every hand, you only got 35 out of 80. So it was obviously a difficult set.
We start with quite a bad hand in terms of high card points. Partner open one spade, and we have a 6 count, 2 queens, 2 jacks. I guess some people would even pass maybe the situation. But we beat one no trump, and now partner surprises us with 3 clubs, a jump which shows well a great hand, and
Yeah,
we have full card support for partner and 2 queens in the other suits, queen 10 actually.
yeah.
I guess the possibilities range from 3 no trump, 5 clubs, 4 clubs, 3 diamonds.
Well, yeah, you don't really want to play 3-no trump if he's got a small singleton heart. And
Yeah,
he's likely to have 10, he's likely to have 10 black cards.
yeah.
So if he's got a small singleton heart, perhaps 3-no trump is not. You'd rather play 5 clubs. If he's got something in hearts, you don't mind playing 3-no trump. So yeah, the alternatives are 3 diamonds, 3-no trump, 4 or 5 clubs.
All right.
Since 3 clubs is game forcing, but 4 clubs shows a better hand than 5 clubs.
I like 3 diamonds, of course. I never want to pass the opportunity to play 3 no trump.
Panel tend to like bids that don't commit themselves. So obviously 5 clubs commits you. 3-no trump probably commits you to playing in 3-no trump. Whereas 3 diamonds keeps options open.
And number 2, we've got hearts, 7 of them.
David said I'm completely crazy. He says nobody will make the bid you made at the table. And so far he's right.
Whoa. So let's try to guess what you did.
Thought it was obvious, but
What did you
it
bid?
wasn't.
Seven hearts?
Yeah, I bid 7 hearts. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I thought that this hand was how can I get to 7 scientifically?
Yes, yes.
Which is not an easy thing because, I mean, what if partner is supporting us with king fourth in hearts?
The opponents have bid 4 diamonds, 5 diamonds. They're going to have most of the high diamonds. So where's partner's opening bid? He's opened the bidding and then he's bid 4 hearts opposite what might be a 6 count. One option is 5-no trump. That should ask for top 2 of the top heart on trump on us. 6 diamonds is another option.
All right, but 6 diamonds doesn't really. I mean, it shows probably the controlling in diamonds we have.
Yeah, that suggests we have controls in both the other suits as well, because
We are in 6, yes.
the other option is to bid 5 spades, and if partner bids 6 clubs, to bid 6 diamonds. I guess if you're going to bid it scientifically, 5 spades seems like the most. And then if partner Q bids the ace of clubs, we can bid 6 diamonds and hope that he'll look at the ace king of trumps and realise what we need.
Yeah.
I mean, a good general rule is that if partner's making slam tries and you have good trumps, you accept. Because if partner's making slam tries with poor trumps, he must do a very good hand outside. So, if partner's making 2 grand slam tries and you're looking at the ace king of trumps, it should be pretty obvious to you what he needs.
So 5 no trumps, 5 spades, 5 no trumps, 6 diamonds are all possibilities here.
Yeah.
And of
I mean,
course, I suppose 6
obviously,
hearts and 7 hearts right away. It's all.
6 or 7 hearts are also possible. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's move on to hand number 3, where we open one club with a triple for
Yeah,
one.
this one's surprisingly difficult.
Yes, because supporting diamonds after one club, one diamond doesn't seem very leading anywhere. I mean,
Well, the point
what
is,
are you gonna beat? 4 diamonds here?
well, that's one possibility. The
Okay.
problem is all the possibilities on this hand are flawed. None of them are perfect. This is one of those hands where you've got lots of options, but none of them are quite ideal for this hand.
No, the one I thought of is two spades.
Yeah, that's another option.
Apart from four diamonds, which it's taking 3 no trump away. I don't see. Oh well, maybe three hearts. It's a splinter,
That's
right?
another option. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
another option. I mean, again, not ideal because you try not to splinter with a single ace, but
yeah, definitely.
and the other option that I've got votes for is one spade. The principle is that if partner has a weak hand, he won't have four spades because he would have been a spade rather than a diamond.
All right, so he's not gonna pass.
So he's not likely to pass. But I mean, he could have a weak hand with 3, 4, 5, 1 or something, and he doesn't like any of the options. He might pass one spade. It's possible. Those are the four options, I think. One spade, two spades, three hearts, and four diamonds.
Let's go to hand number 4. Oh, another hand with lots of hearts. 8 hearts to the ace, king, jack, and a side spade suit. We open a heart and partner beat one spade. Surprisingly, so we have a double fit, a hard fit in our hand only, and a fit with partner in spades. Some people say that an 8 card suit, you should call it trump.
Yep.
So I suppose we could beat 4 hearts right away,
That's certainly one possibility, yes.
and the others are supporting spades. Maybe I suppose some timid people would be 3 spades, but I guess 4 spades is a possibility, and maybe 4 diamonds is another possibility.
Yeah, and indeed, four clubs.
For clubs, okay.
Or four diamonds, yeah. Four clubs, there was one of the panelists came up with a good reason for bidding four clubs rather than four diamonds, is that if you bid four clubs and partner bids four spades, you can bid backward knowing that partner doesn't have the ace of diamonds. Whereas if you bid four diamonds and partner bids four spades, you're not quite so well placed. Partner had ace to four spades, a couple of hearts, and ace, king, ace in the minors. So 7 hearts was easy, 6 spades needed a trump break. But of course, the other possibility is he's got ace, queen to 5 spades and a singleton heart, possibly none, when 6 or 7 spades will be better. And I think the panel will be fairly evenly split between the two. Probably four clubs, four diamonds, and four hearts will all score well.
All right, let's see hand number 5. Here we have 18 high card points. Punted opened and they beat 3 hearts. Apparently we couldn't find anything good. Well, anything good to do, so we doubled.
Yeah, you sort of don't have any choice. I mean, what else are you going to do?
Now they beat 4 hearts and partner beats 4 spades, which shouldn't be a minimum hand. So we're looking at a slam, I
Well,
suppose, and I guess clubs.
but don't forget he thinks you've got four spades.
I suppose you have to be the 6 clubs.
That's certainly one option. Yeah.
I don't know if 5 hearts makes any sense. Same as 5 no trump.
One of the things about 5 no trump is don't forget partner could be 4-1, 4-4.
But it's 5 no trump. Pick up a slam.
Yeah.
In that case, 5 no trumps seems really good.
Because you definitely want to play in diamonds rather than clubs if he's got 4-4 and minors.
Yeah. And what other possibilities do we have? I mean, 5 diamonds. It's going to sound like a cubit for
Yeah, yeah,
spades.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, if you belong in diamonds, then 5 no trump is going to be the right bid. If you belong in clubs, then 5 no trump is likely to be the wrong bid. And 6 clubs is going to be the right bid. How you investigate a grand, I don't know. 5 hearts perhaps is the way to go, but very difficult.
Yeah, very difficult.
Yeah, some hands are just too difficult.
And let's see hand number 6, where they open
And
a club.
lots of possibilities on this one.
Yeah. They open a club, they beat a heart in response, and partner doubled, showing spades and diamonds, which are the suits we have. We have four spades and five diamonds, and ace king in clubs, which doesn't seem bad. Singleton heart, and
The most difficult hands to bid are always good hands with bad suits.
first thing to think about is which suit should I show, and the second is what strength do I show. Maybe we can solve this by bidding two clubs.
That's possible. The first question is two clubs natural. I spoke at length with Simon Devis this week in an interview for World Class, and we talked about this hand, and he said that the agreement that he has with Borka Muller, he had a hand where they had this auction, and he had Jack 10 to six clubs and nothing, and he bid two clubs expecting it to be
Natural.
natural. So his partner bid four spades and went for 1100, and they agreed thereafter that bidding right-hand opponent suit in this sort of auction is never natural.
Okay.
So is that you understand the principle of they play Fortuno Trump is that you've got two cubids, three clubs and three diamonds.
Yeah. The first one, usually the first one is for supporting, and the other one for the other suit.
You can play that. I find it easiest just to play lowest bid shows lowest suit. So three clubs always shows hearts, and three diamonds always shows spades.
Okay.
So if you're showing the suit that partners opened, you show a limit raise or better. If you're showing the other suit, you're showing a game forcing hand.
Okay. Yeah.
And then bidding the other suit is obviously non-forcing.
Yeah.
Right. So you can use the same principle in other situations such as this, so that the lowest bid shows the lowest suit. You've got two cubids, two clubs and two hearts.
Yeah.
So two clubs will show an invitational hand with diamonds, and two hearts will show an invitational hand with spades. Yeah, so your options on this hand are two clubs, two hearts, two spades, three diamonds, three spades, I suppose. And there's lots of options on this hand, because not only do you have to decide which suit to bid, but how many to bid.
Okay, let's see hand number 7. They open two hearts, which is actually hearts and spades.
Yeah.
And they beat four hearts. We passed because we didn't have the strength to go to the 5 level ourselves. But now partner doubled after passing two hearts. Partner doubles. So is this double for takeout?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've had one or two panelists saying this is an impossible problem to answer because you haven't annotated what double means. But they seem to have missed the point that the whole point of the problem is what does double mean. I told you what double means, but the answer would be bloody obvious, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So the choice is obviously a pass, for no trump and five clubs, but the winning action was definitely pass.
Yeah. But I mean, it's I think it's not common to find a double for penalty nowadays. So even this one,
I mean, otherwise, I mean, they just push you around if you can't double the penalties. I mean, what sort of hand can partner have that couldn't bid over two hearts, but he can now bid over four hearts?
Yeah,
it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's true. Well, let's see then the eighth hand, where again this was a festival of hearts this month. They opened two diamonds. We beat two hearts with only 8 high card points, but 8 hearts. And now they beat three diamonds, and partner beat four diamonds, which is a cubit showing support. So I suppose we have an 11 11 card feed. Am I right?
Curiously, Alan Mould set his answers in, and he bid four hearts, and he said, "This is a problem." So I sent it back to him. I said, "I've got 8 panelists of answers so far, and I've got 5 different bids, so I guess it is a problem."
But the problem is the club. So I guess apart from four hearts, four spades is another possibility.
Four spades.
I bet some people also bid five diamonds, but
Yeah,
I have no
yeah.
idea what the other two did.
6 hearts.
Six hearts right away. All right. Yeah.
And uh, another Robson special. His theory is you should bid in these auctions. You bid the suit away which you want help. So he bid 5 clubs.
Oh, okay. Well, that seems like a Zia.
Yeah, well, he played the CF for years, so that's probably where it comes from. My partner had King to 4, Ace Queen X, Queen to 3, and King Queen X. So 6 hearts was easy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We'll see.
Four
I
hearts.
mean, it's possible that the panel will end up. 4 hearts may well be the most popular choice on the panel, with a number um, of course, it's going to be a hard one to mark because 4 hearts may be the most popular choice, but you may have 7 or 8 panelists bidding 4 hearts, and the other 12 or 14 all bidding lots
Some.
of different bids above 4 hearts.
Yeah.
So you'll have a third of the panel voting to bid 4 hearts and 2/3 voting to bid on.
Yeah.
But because they all choose different ways of bidding on, none of them has as many votes as 4 hearts.
Yeah.
So it's one of those where I'll end up not giving 10 to not the most popular bid on the panel.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it makes sense because
Yeah, I mean, if
if
two-thirds,
two thirds want to continue, it means the
yeah,
hand is not for staying in four hearts.
yes, indeed. I'll bet you now that the most popular choice of the competition entrance is 4 hearts because I've only got 8 points. I mean, personally, I would bid 4 spades
Okay.
because then if partner bids 5 clubs, I can bid 5 diamonds, and I feel then I've done enough.
Yeah, definitely. Well, see you
Well,
again then next month.
we will see you next month.
Of course.
Good luck this month, and we will do it all again in a month's time.
All right. Great. Thank you.
Thanks.
And those were the comments about this month's problems. I hope you get good tips and remember to vote on BBO so that you can get one of those prizes for the month and for the year. Remember to leave a like on the video, to subscribe to the channel, and see you again next time. Bye.